Good evening. I am the Vice President of the City of Saginaw Planning Commission. This is a regular meeting of the City Planning Commission. When the petition special land use or site plan approval request in which you are interested is called, please come forward to the podium. Give your name and address to the secretary for the record. After the appellant's presentation, others may comment. The meeting is videotaped. It is important that only one person speak at a time and the audience observe respect for the speaker. An affirmative vote of the majority of the members present is necessary to grant a petition special land use or site plan approval. Recommendations on all petitions made by the commission are then forwarded to City Council. Are there any questions? If there are none, the secretary will call roll on the first item of business.
Jim Doan, excused. Jim Nightingale,
Present.
Robert Hanley,
Here.
Clint Bryant,
Present.
Yolanda Jones, here. Fred Zaworko,
Here.
Thomas Braley, Jack Nash.
Here.
You have a quorum. And then the first item of business, approval of minutes.
Move adoption. Support.
Minutes approved.
Gotta get a vote.
Oh, pardon me. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next order of business is the approval of this evening's agenda. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
Support. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Our first item of new business, case number J19006, addition for mustard seed located at 1325 Cherry Street.
Well, good evening. My name is Damian with D&M Site Survey and Engineering. Being presented tonight is a proposed site plan for a 3,500 square foot, one-story building addition to the existing two-story structure that's there. The site is currently zoned and operating with a zoning designation of R01. Along with the building addition, excuse me, other site improvements include creating a parking lot to accommodate the increased guest capacity. The existing structure currently accommodates a total of 7 guests. The proposed addition would allow for 12 more additional guest suites. The existing parking layout roughly accommodates 5 parking spaces. The proposed parking improvements would allow for 18 combined parking spaces. Other site improvements to be made include a stormwater sewer system, which would contain the rainwater captured on site and discharging it into an approved detention pond before it outlets into the city of Saginaw's combined sewer system. There'll be also a new chain link fencing, as well as some landscape plantings to be added as well.
The plan meets all zoning requirements, including parking.
Do we have any questions?
Was there any correspondence from the residents in the area?
No, there hasn't been.
But everything is mailed out, correct?
This,
It doesn't have to be.
no, this one doesn't have to be. This is zoning board.
Yep.
I have a question. The mustard seed was here before us about 2 years ago with a site plan, which essentially I think is the same site plan. I think we gave them a year for completion. They had just started fundraising at that point. Well, is that why we're here again?
I'm not sure what delayed it the first time. Was it just a matter
Just
of funding?
fundraising. Yeah, just fundraising. We sort of put the cart before the horse, so we're well on target now for hopefully a fall groundbreaking. We're 3/4 of the way through our fundraising and just going like gangbusters on that, so.
And until the funds have been acquired, there will not be any groundbreaking? Okay.
Yep. I may, if I can, I'm Amy Bartels, I'm the director of Mustard Seed.
You can join us up at the mic.
If you'd join us at the
Sure, I
podium,
will.
please.
I just want to say that we're really excited, and really, I'm glad that actually 2 years, that it has taken time, because as this has taken time, it has, we talked about neighbors, it has really, allowed Mustard Seed, to be having more conversations with our neighbors, the Soup Kitchen, Eastside Soup Kitchen, and Hidden Harvest. And we have worked so far to have 2 houses torn down. There are 3 others in that immediate area that need to come down. And we have talked to all 6 homeowners in a few block radius of us about partnering with Habitat and other organizations to fix up their houses as well, because we want to use this project as a catalyst to make other neighborhood improvements and partnerships with the Soup Kitchen and Hidden Harvest. And so this time has given us time to have those conversations. And our goal is to, all the way out to Genesee, where the hotel is, the Budget Inn, that needs to come down. There's a hair store on the corner of, it's called Wigland. It's on the corner of Genesee and Jane's, or I'm sorry, Fifth, it comes around, anyway. So that's in good shape, you know, so we have our eye on the whole, like, 4 to 5 block radius, because as our city continues to develop with the Washington corridor and down Genesee with Delta College, we kind of want to continue and do our part, just a few blocks down, on the corner of Cherry and Genesee and 5th and 4th and 6th, and anyway, so, okay. So that's exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah. And
So the funding isn't all there yet, right?
Not 100%. We have, of our $850,000 goal for this project, we have between cash and in-kind donations. Today, we are at about 575. So,
Okay, and then.
and lots of grants out. So we're,
So you're kind of waiting on grants to come in to kind of finish that up then?
That's correct.
So
And
that's
they're-
why you put this out to the fall? The fall meaning what, September 1st or?
yeah, I mean, the way that things go out to bid, and with us being a nonprofit organization and really working to try to get as many in-kind donations, you know, things like that, we know that contractors' busy season is the summer, and so, you know, we've gone from, oh, we can break ground in the spring to, but they're gonna be busy in the summer, so if we can break ground in the fall, then we can probably get the walls up. This is actually very exciting. Our walls are already constructed. They were constructed at Delta College in their residential construction program. It's the Herb Spence Junior Residential Construction Program. So their framing class at Delta College this past fall semester got to build all of our walls. We paid for the materials. So I mean, this is just really cool. A $25,000 budget item became $4,800 for us because of that partnership. So we are on our way. So we believe that if we break ground in the fall, get the foundation dug and secured, that those walls can go up very quickly. They're being stored right now by Bill Georges from Mike's Rucker, so.
So here's my other question. Normally, we throw out their 6-month completion. So if we did that, so you're saying that possibly the completion date is going to be the end of what, March of the following year? So we're talking 2020 then?
I would like to propose that we are given a year. If that's, it'll be done, or 9 months, or, you know, I don't know. We are definitely in the fundraising phase right now, and so I can't say that we haven't had the construction phase approved yet. But we need to, I need to be able to go to my board with the approval of this commission, and with the fundraising in place in order to, unless you need us to come back once we are ready to break ground, So,
I don't know if we'd have you come back. I just don't want you to come
Yeah,
back every
yeah,
other.
I think it's gonna be the way you word it, whoever approves it or disapproves it, you can say at the start of construction, 6 months from the start of construction.
oh, there you go, that's,
From the start of construction, so we're not gonna pin you down to 9.
not 6 months from today, yeah, 6
No,
months from, yeah, okay.
no.
6 months from the start of.
Yes, that's fine, that's
Yeah,
fine,
we don't
yeah.
wanna hem
Thank
you
you
up
for
in a
clarifying.
corner and saying that, okay, you
Okay.
promised us 9/1 and 6 months later, so.
Basically, what Fred is saying is, we don't put it out a year.
Got it.
No,
I got it. Yep, that clarifies that. I mean, if we, 6 months from the time that we break ground or whatever, right? Yep, makes sense.
Are there any other questions? Comments from the floor?
Just by way, let me just, if I'll make a comment. This is Leona Sullivan, who's with us tonight, and she's the lady who started Mustard Seed. And so, we're very honored to have her tonight, because this is her vision that started on the corner of Holland and Howard 24 years ago, and then moved to Cherry Street, and then now is being expanded again. So we're grateful for, of course, for Leona's work in the city, so.
Do we have a motion?
I move that we approve case J190006, but with the addition of that we give them 6 months construction time after they start the project, not from today.
Support.
All those in favor?
I,
Aye. Opposed? Case number J190006 is approved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday.
You held your
Yeah.
breath for a minute. You held your breath for a minute.
Good luck with your fundraising.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, next item, case number J190007, alley vacation on Gallagher between South Washington and Douglas.
Sorry, 1 second, because that's just me talking.
Thanks, Dean.
Okay, I was approached by the city because there is an alley over here, and I created a map for you guys to show. It's a partial alley. It's over off of South Washington by Douglas, on Gallagher Street. It's actually off of Gallagher Street. Right now, what you can see in this is pretty correct. I think it's actually, there's one house, there's a land bank house, or on Douglas, it says that property is owned by a land bank. There's not a house there right now. But the rest of them are houses. The one over here, it says Mora Apito, I don't know how to say the last name. Agapito owns that property. I think that is the only one that is lived in this entire block. So the city would like to propose that we vacate this alley to make room. It's not being used right now. It's not being maintained. It doesn't look very nice. They'd like to just vacate it so that in the future, if there was a commercial project potentially on South Washington, all of these properties that are owned by the city and the land bank, and then also the alleyway, could potentially be used as a land swap or some kind of incentive for commercial development there. I did get signatures from the land bank and the city. I had to get signatures from all adjoining properties, or at least try to. I did go to this Mora, Agapito again.
Agapito.
I went quite a few times. Once they were actually there and would not come to the door for me. Other times they were not there, so I did not get their signature. I must be pretty scary, but most of the time they weren't there, and I went in the morning, I went around afternoon, I went at 4 o'clock, and then I went at 6 o'clock, so I don't know where they go all day. But they were home one time and they didn't come to the door, so I really tried for that signature. And I did get City and Land Bank who own the other properties, so. This is one that will have to go to council, as well after we are approved. Or if it's denied, I guess it doesn't go to city council, but the city would really like to use this as an incentive for
So this is
future development.
This is city initiated, correct?
Yes.
Any questions or comments?
And the one resident you went to, their lot line is against the city property already, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's basically, it's a wash.
Yeah. The other ones that are, so there's 3 houses that technically touch that, where there's actual houses. I went to all of them and knocked, 2 of them don't look like any, I'm pretty sure nobody lives there, but I knocked anyways. The other one, somebody lives there, but yeah, they didn't.
So
The door.
there's nobody on the Gilbert Pena property?
No.
How far did the alley extend to the south?
It's only that partial, it goes right behind that house.
Goes right up to the house? Mm-hmm. Oh, this was just the alley. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, it's just that alley. And I went to that house too, but it doesn't
Yeah.
look like the windows are boarded up, and I doubt anybody lives there that is supposed to live there at least.
Do we have a motion?
I move that we approve case J190007.
Support.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Case number J190007 is approved. Do we have other development updates? Cassie?
I did want to mention, I was just talking to Damien that Solutions for Automation, if you remember, we approved them a while ago. They had a bunch of parking issues. They have been working through that and they're wanting to come forward soon with that. They haven't moved on that project. They have internally, but they haven't come back to the city much. But they got some quotes on the costs and we gave them estimates about how much, the additional costs that they're having to put into the parking would increase their taxes, which isn't much at all, because parking doesn't make a big difference, but they're about to come back, hopefully, with a future rendition of the plan, or revised. And then also, if you guys remember the vascular health clinic that we approved on Michigan across from Covenant, if you guys have driven by there lately, it's going up, it's
Oh, yeah,
looking
it's
pretty
good.
good, so. Yeah, that one's really moved forward.
Now, originally, the people with Automation Solutions, they wanted to be up and running by April, did they not?
Yeah,
So that's obviously not going to happen.
I don't think that, I mean, I don't think that they could get it done by April.
Because I know when they came to us, I believe it was last fall, there was a sense of urgency there.
Yeah,
They had a contract pending that they had to have the facility in order to fulfill the contract, so that's no
yeah.
longer the case.
I haven't specifically talked to them about that, but yeah, I would assume that that can't be the case anymore. But they still want to do the expansion, so,
Sure.
yeah.
So they will come back to us.
They actually won't have to come back to the planning commission, but I can share the plans with you once they've resubmitted them. Because they just have to get approved. I will approve that they met all of zoning. That's how we pushed it through, and then planning, or, engineering just has to approve all their drainage and everything. But I can share those plans with you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And then I have an announcement, which we don't have an announcement on here, so I'll do it under other updates. I shared with you guys, some changes were made to our bylaws at the last council meeting. So now, we had talked about how we had another position open because the city manager, had to have an appointee, and then we also had an administrative officer. So Yolanda is now going to serve as the appointee, and then the other position is actually filled by the mayor now. So I will have to get with Mayor Floyd Clark and make sure that he's aware that he is now on this commission. So, once he, I guess, appoints himself,
Very,
he
very
will,
interesting.
come into the meetings, yeah. So, just so you guys are aware.
Okay, if we have no other development updates.
Wait a second. So explain that to me again about the mayor.
So we used to have, they just updated, so I guess our bylaws didn't match the state's bylaws for planning commission. So they updated it. It was the city manager or his designee, an administrating officer, which is a department head in the city, and then a council person. And then the rest are public, involved business, they have stake in the community. So now they change it so that it's a city manager or his designee. There is no longer an administrative officer, so that was switched to the mayor. And then we still have the council person. So Yolanda's already on the board, so we're going to have her be the designee instead of it was going to be Lori Brown. And so we'll still have Yolanda and Clint, and then we'll have the mayor instead of another department head. So,
That matches the state, correct?
yep. So, yep,
I
and
just
it was
think-
approved, I think it was last week.
No, I'm just saying it's kind of you're getting overloaded their way. I'm only kidding.
Yeah, but,
Team Saginaw is always growing.
and I also have a bunch, I went through and did all of our past projects as well. So here's these order forms that I didn't know existed. So those are for this month, or this meeting right now. So if you can sign under commissioner member. And then these, I put sticky notes of if you were at that meeting, because if you weren't, don't sign it.
I was there, wasn't I? What meeting was that?
Yep. This is for all of the meetings that I've been running.
I only went to one.
You're not at that one. You're at these three. So, I guess you can start passing this one. Give me your phone.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
I got it.
You're on the sticky note. Sign it.
Oh, thanks.
Okay, if we have no other development updates, is there any public comment? Would anybody like to make a public comment? Last call for public comment.
I'm Jamie Forrest, I'm newly appointed to city council, so I just wanted to learn more about what you all do, so I just decided to stop by today, but I'm sure I'll see you again sometime.
Very
If
good.
there's ever anything that you need to communicate me with, I've got cards in my purse, so just let me know.
Excellent. Welcome. Thank you.
Can I make a? Are we done with comments?
No, floor's still open to comments.
I got one comment, but it goes to zoning, as you know that.
Okay.
Probably. With the party store that's going up on Washington, down in on the south end.
The department store?
Party store.
Quick stop.
Washington and Weber.
Oh, yeah.
We did not approve the building that way. We asked for more windows. We specifically asked for more
Oh, actually, I think, so that one was handled way before me. That was
I
like,
know, I'm just saying it's not your fault.
I do remember actually though that, they were talking about that one time when I was in the
Yeah,
offices.
because that's not the plans that we approved.
Yeah,
That's why sometimes stuff needs to come back when the plans are finished, so we don't go too far out. So
Yeah.
that doesn't happen.
yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But I can just email them to you guys off
Oh, yeah.
of them having to come to the meetings, but yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
just-
I agree. Well, and the issue with that was that these order forms weren't being attached because sometimes there's conditions and they need to be attached. That's what came up, is because Scott Crowfoot was telling me that they didn't know, so then inspections gets yelled at. So they want me to put the order forms on the plans when they have the plans. So hopefully that won't happen anymore.
I think I'm done.
This one's tonight.
Oh, this tonight?
Okay, if that wraps up public comment, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
This meeting is adjourned.